Hello, hello, hello. If it isn't me again, today we're going to be playing a little bit more Chaos Zero Nightmare, but it's mostly background to me just non-stop talking for the next 2 hours as I usually do. But I suppose I am today going to try make some more of the decks that I was intending for last time, but I suppose we'll see, mainly because I think I've got some fairly okay decks. I'm wondering if I should spend a bit of stream aiming to, I guess, invest or cash in my hits with how some of the decks look like. But I don't know. There's still a lot more improvements that could be made to my decks. We'll have to see. Like one of the, and I'll get to it, I'm just booting up the game in the meanwhile. One of the main decks that I've managed to finish is not only Selena's, but I tried doing Cassius's. It's just the amount of cards that I have to draw in order to kinda get it going is quite a few. It really doesn't have that infinite draw potential that I was really hoping for out of creating one of my decks, and so it's not where I want it to be in that sense. It is otherwise, you know, pretty decent, but they all rely on exhausted draw cards, which it's okay. It's okay. It's not really what I was aiming for. I do want more just draw cards where I can infinitely loop, or at least loop through my entire deck in one go. But, I don't know, it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to do that with some of the decks that I have in mind. So, I don't know, we'll see a little bit, we'll see how it goes, and then maybe I'll come to some kind of decision. So I've got the game open now, I just need to change resolution. Honestly, why not, do this. Let's see. Here we go, maybe? Oh, I need to check if the game has audio as well. Sometimes I leave the game on mute, so... Okay, here we go. Now we've got audio. And then I need to swap over to the game itself. Whoa! Game itself. Chaos Zero Nightmare. And then, Chaos Zero Nightmare. Nightmare! Let's see. Wait, there I am. Here we go. I'm on the screen. I'm doing my my policies at the same time. I just started a new one while I was getting it booted up and working in the background. I wonder if Mr. Blow is gonna show up today. But we'll have to see, because I was intending to show off a little bit of the decks. I'm in top 22% now! I dropped a full 3%. Oh my goodness. Let me turn off my music in the background. Also, I was thinking to myself, why not just use a flash of potential on this absolutely nutty deck? Like, I'm thinking, if I were to... then again, getting rid of this card might be really good. Because I could have gotten rid of it. It's just, this is such a crazy good deck, you know? We've got, and if I pick one of these, I would want to swap my Frost Charge to this one. So that anytime I do a counterattack, it would apply a stack of vulnerability. And I think that would have been way better, perhaps. I'm not fully sure. I'm not at least settled on it. So maybe we'll do a couple more Magna runs or whatever in the background while I'm just talking. Then, let's see, I wrote down a list of the characters that I wanted to try and get through a bit of, to try and make a better deck for, but oh my gosh, it's really pushing, like, to the limits of what is a good deck. We've got this one for Sereniel, which is just heaps of AP. And, hi, Julian! Hello, Sister Brown in Twitch chat. How's it going? Wow, it's the weekend. Just a week away. Just the weekend away. Can you believe it, guys? Just the weekend away. I'm just discussing my deck a little bit. I managed to make... was it this one? This one, I think it was. Going very good. Very nice, King Julian. Lots of epic gaming. I'm so glad to hear that for you, Mort. Oh my gosh, Mort. I cannot believe it, Mort. We've got to move it, move it. I did make this one a little bit, but no, this one. But it has a bunch of exhaust cards, and that's not really what I want. And it only has a 1 in 4 chance to fail the card draw. I did like Devil Dice for being able to give me the +2 morale for a turn, but I don't know. This one doesn't build up nearly as much morale as this one does, so I'm hoping to get a bit of a better deck for Cassius still. And gosh, I am so tempted to roll for Typhera instead of using Orlea. Like, yes, this deck is kinda good, but at the same time, I just want it to be better, you know? I just want it to be better. So we'll see how it goes. I think instead, oh wait, the weekly is reset for this. I just realized. I didn't do the weekly. Maybe I should do one hit. We can see how it goes. Actually, we can see how it goes for the new deck. We'll do on. Actually, I did it on hell mode, but maybe hard mode would actually be better. We'll see how much damage potential I can get up to. So I want to use my new one, this one that I made here. Chaos Zero Nightmare sounds like the name of a Fallout Boy album. Unfortunately, you're right about that, but it is a really cool game, I promise you, C3C. Hello, everybody. Welcome, Wilson Wiz. How's it going? Wow. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a little bit of Chaos Zero Nightmare, but we'll see how it goes. I need to do my weekly and whatnot for it, and I'm not. And it's funny you bring out Fallout Boy. It's been so long since I listened to some of these like old punk bands. I've still got Single File as one of my favorite or most played listened to artists when I was looking through my Spotify Wrapped of last year. My gosh. I do love my emo teen punk boy bands and whatnot. I still regularly listen to like Sum 41 and the likes of them. So, doing the same thing here, still learning the game too. I mean, fair enough. I'm oh gosh, it's okay, this deck that I'm running. And I feel like I got some pointers last time by Mr. Blow. And he was telling me that I should try aim for better decks and use Magna as a, as more of a buffer. There he is! Hello, how's it going? Hello, Mr. Blow. So I've got 2 chats separated here with YouTube and Twitch, just for those unaware. Because now we've got a bit of viewership going on either one. It's going pretty well, actually. I spent like the week or so. Oh, mention me right when I joined. Exactly, I summoned you, man. I'm playing this in the complete wrong order, but I'm just satisfying my, I'm just satisfying my, the words, they're eluding me right now. My weekly, that's it. Lots of new people, very nice. I know, right? Whoa, there's so many now. Never touching a gacha game in my life, but you go, King. No, you want to. Surely you must play, like, I don't know, a TCG game sometime, somewhere. And this is kind of the same, you know? It's just, I'm playing this in the complete wrong order because I'm only worried about satisfying my weekly. Then I'll get to actually playing this for real, no cap, straight up. But to give you, I guess if you've never seen Chaos Zero Nightmare before, C3C, it's a bit like Slay the Spire, but instead you've got a bunch of cute anime girls playing instead, and less of the nitty-gritty that Slay the Spire has. So, you know, I think it's pretty good, actually. I really enjoy it. I play it more as like an actual game than I think people do for some gacha games. Why does that exhaust not work to place my cards back? Okay, whatever. Maybe I could have refreshed the tenacity damage there, and that would have been fine. We're absolutely gonna do this though, and then I should have done that in reverse order, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna do this anyway. Oh my gosh, he's just getting whooped right now. That's what I'm thinking is going on. Oh, I should have used this. Whatever, I'm just talking at the same time. Sure, I can commit an actual hit later. I'm not too concerned. Sort of. Maybe. Perhaps. It's only unfortunate that my entire Cassius deck relies on drawing this exhaust cost 1 card or whatever, and basically everything else is just subsidy to it. I tried Genshin Impact and I thought this is the most well-polished walking simulator I've played since Death Stranding, and then I went back to playing Hotline Miami. Absolutely superb taste on Hotline Miami. But it's funny you call it a walking simulator, because I did actually think it was really nice to just walk the entire time in Genshin Impact. I did eventually stop playing it though, to be fair. But it was just fun to walk around and not have to do much else. I think when I initially started and there was Inazuma, I set it as a challenge to myself to just, or not even as a challenge, I just enjoyed it. I threw on some music or a podcast, and then I walked all the way from the start of Mondstadt to Inazuma, and even took the boat from Liyue, like the normal way. I played it in a, well, maybe not the intended route, but man, I love my walking simulators. To be honest, Death Stranding is better than walking sim than Genshin, lol. I mean, I can't speak on that, to be fair, since I never played Death Stranding itself. Maybe I'll get to it eventually, but today is not that day. I don't know, it seems like one of those games that just makes for a good voiceover as a majority of it, and that's mostly it. I don't know. Hideo Kojimbo's games, some of them are for me, but some of them not so much. I don't think Death Stranding is one of those games that I always felt like was tailored to me. Oh gosh. Have I just, like, destroyed this, this limb entirely? Well? Oh, okay, I have. Never mind. So yeah. It's, I mean, it's a good game. For sure. I imagine it must be. How come you're playing on hard and not on hell? Just because I'm building up accumulated score. I'm just doing the weekly. I know I don't have a deck that I'm fully satisfied with yet before I want to fully commit. And I'm kind of doing this to work out some of the kinks to see if this is actually what I want. Because right now, at least my main issue is that with Cassius's deck, I don't draw enough cards. So I end up just kind of fizzling out eventually, and that's the reason why. So I think I'm most likely, probably, perhaps, going to reinvest, so to speak, in a different deck. And then I was thinking of my Magna deck, that I might use a Flash of Potential, because, man, it is really difficult to get that exact combination, but I could remove one more of the cards, so we'll have to see. Fair, I prefer being able to easily drop hordes of enemies uninterrupted, but I guess some of the people like it slow. I mean, that's also fun as well, right? No harm done there. I love Inazuma drops. So, that's originally a wrestling move, right? I keep seeing it sometimes in a couple of games here and there. Like, I think the most prominent one to me is actually your only move is Hustle. That's the one I remember the Inazuma drop from. But then I think it's also in fighting games, but I could be wrong. You know, I should have used Tactical Maneuver so that I could redraw, but maybe that doesn't matter? Oop. Yeah, I just don't have enough cards in this deck to be able to use up all of my AP. I end with, like, 9 AP ready to go. So, unfortunate, I suppose. Then we can do Homing Laser. Again, I should have gotten the one card that allows me to draw to the Demon Devil Dice. I forgot already. The Devil Dice one that allows me to draw into 2, and I just realized now that I have run out of AP, but we'll do this, and then I can do that, and then I'll get all of it back again. But I think I'm gonna die, because he's just gonna do his uninterruptible extra act attack or whatever, and then that's it. I am, like, half fumbling this, but this is really just for my weekly accumulated score. Also, I think I'm gonna score higher than I did on Hell Mode, but to be fair, I didn't, like, overly invest in my Hell Mode run, so maybe this is okay, kind of? We'll just get rid of this. I know it from Ninja Gaiden. Oh my gosh, yeah, Ninja Gaiden as well. My only knowledge of wrestling is the reference I watch from older or other pieces of media. I think most of my wrestling knowledge probably comes from some of the WWE games, and that's about it. I really don't know much about wrestling whatsoever otherwise. Oh gosh. I could do draw, hope I get devil dice, then draw into missile, and we'll see how that goes. Nope. Of course, 50-50 that I fail. Well, it sucks to suck, I suppose. She just does 2 attacks. I mean, that's kind of nuts, really, if we're being honest. Nuts the Berserker? True. So, when it comes to wrestling media, I'm not really in the loop on it, to be fair. It's mostly just from other games that I've had to learn as well, so I'm in the exact same boat as you are, C3C. Oh man, should have used drone bombing here. Foolish of me. Where's my motivation? We can try... Again, I'm thinking, like, if I were to improve on Cassius's deck, it's just going to be more draw cards that draw into more draw cards that eventually cycles through the whole deck, and little else, which feels like maybe it's not worth it? I'm not really sure. Oh gosh. Am I deaded here? No? Okay. Wait. Ah, okay, it's on the last one. Does this deal more damage, or does this one do more damage? We can do high power scope into this, I think, and that's gonna just about solve it. But I think, no, maybe finishing it now is better? Oh gosh. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll do this, and then I can probably... Wait, I didn't have enough draw to get into Pale Shooting Star again, so... I think I'm gonna use this now because I haven't used my ego skills, but... Yeah, I did get pushed down about 3% whenever I was doing this challenge mode on it, and that was quite shocking, actually. Here we go. Oh yes. Oh yes. And then we'll remove that into drawing more. How many did that take? Like 4 or something? I think about that. And then we can gain more AP here, even though that doesn't really matter. And then we can restore this, and then do it again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's see. What's this Imgur link you sent me? Beware of suspicious links. So you've got 4 homing lasers at the start of the... on Ravager at the start of the turn, move to hand, create 2, then, yeah, okay, so nearly the exact that I have, and you've got 4... Dude, that is such a crazy Selena deck. I didn't manage to get that at all. I only got 2. And then your Veronica deck is also nuts. Draw 2 other combatants cards. Oh gosh, it's like a support version of Ray. Currently back on the... Wait, my screen's... The Automata wagon again. This is what happens when you start Yoko Taro maxing, shaking my head. I forgot how good the rail shooter sections are, especially in terms of camera works and spectacle. Yeah, there are so many good... not only tracks and whatnot, but so many good... like scenes and vistas and whatnot. Oh gosh, we spoke about it like for half an hour yesterday, but there's so much to gush about in Nier 4. Nothing special, no divines and no equipment required. At least this section, it's easy to get the cards that you want. Yeah, especially with the re-epiphanies and everything, bro. I'm kind of surprised, but the epiphanies, or sorry, the refinements on the armor and artifacts, those are quite variable, I find. I do have the environment variables and whatnot to increase my chances of getting the ones that I want, but it still feels kind of difficult to have everything. I was contemplating using a flash of potential on my Magna kit right now, or on this one, so that I could kind of attempt to get more of what I want when it comes to dealing vulnerable on every counterattack stack, just because I think I offset the vulnerability stacks that I apply with my current Magna setup. I just didn't bother with other stuff. I finished 3 decks in 2 hours total. Dude, I'm envious, okay? That's nuts. I spent... Nuts the Berserker. That's nuts because I spent I think 5 hours trying to get my Selena deck because I was just getting unlucky at, like, every single time. I could not, for the life of me, get it. I just kept on getting the wrong epiphany. I was convinced that the coordinated attack epiphanies didn't exist. I kept missing them. I think I did a run where I had 5 meditations, and I didn't get a single one of those on-coordinated attack epiphanies with Selena. I was just shocked. I was like, wait, is it even in the game? Did they change it from the patch? I know that I did a review on the patch notes for one stream, but my gosh, I just missed it entirely. So, yeah, that kind of sucked. And then on the topic of Yoko Taro, I really need to get around to watching the anime for Nier Automata again. Or not again, I never watched it. I spent most of my time just playing through the game and then reading some of the stories. I think eventually I read a part of the grimoire that was released, not alongside it, but approximately at the same time, or relatively similar time. So I did do that, but unfortunate, I've not watched the anime whatsoever. We can do growth acceleration, and to draw one more, please give me a fighting spirit. Give me a fighting spirit. I need it. Okay, never mind. Can we wait, we can do a draw. We can do a draw. This is gonna be it. This is where I'm gonna get the one fighting spirit. Oh yes, it is. Wait, is it actually good to get it here though? How many turns does he get stun? But yeah, I did see that the new Nier Automata anime was getting a second season, actually. Didn't it? Or wasn't it? So, it's, I hope it's gonna be good. I think, well, I don't know what my opinions on the first one was. I feel like anytime that I begin watching anime, I always realize that my, when do you call it? My manga backlog is massive. And as a result, I just have, I have like 200 that I'm following. He revives the hands after 2 turns, counting also the turn that you kill it. Unfortunate, because it's already back. I guess I wasn't fully paying attention in that case, because, man, I think I could have done a bit better. But actually, I think this one is going way better than my Hell run was doing, because my Hell run I only got to 575, I think it was. I was like on the cusp of 600k, but this time I'm doing pretty good. The anime is fine in my opinion. They did get Chirami Lei and Kira Buckland back, so that's something. If you just want more of these characters, then the anime is the place to go. Okay, fair enough. I was thinking that maybe it didn't hold up as well, because it's really hard to kind of encompass the story of a game in terms of anime, because you end up with so many different elements that are sometimes exempt from the final game, or from the final sequence. It's kind of like when you try to adapt a novel. I feel like a game might be even harder because you're forced to follow only the main story and hardly anything else. Should we take a risk in going for the fighting spirit? I hope I don't get the 3. I think we do. I think we do. Watch this, watch this. This is gonna be easy. Oh my gosh, predicted? Here we go. So I'm not wholly sure, but I think therefore I am. I think they've probably done pretty okay. Wasn't Yoko Taro the director of the Nier Automata anime anyway? So maybe it doesn't matter as much as I would presume it to, or maybe it's just like fine as is either way. I have been trying to watch, and this is kind of why I spoke about it, I've been trying to watch some of the anime that I missed out on as a result of me having read the manga, thinking to myself, oh, I don't need to watch the anime because I've already read all of the manga and then I've read some of the light novels. So I just never bothered, so I'm going back to watching all of the anime that I haven't, and I think right now I'm on the Iriten Deities Know Only Peace. That one is really good. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with it, but it's also by Studio Mappa, so not half bad. The animation is really high quality. The I really like the development of the characters as well. It's pretty good. So, Stinker, yeah, the bot that I just had to get rid of. Oh gosh, I really don't like that he keeps increasing my cost of this. Increase cost by 2. Remove force suppression once done. It's so bad that he can just do that. I just wish it would have applied to Hue Extreme instead of anything else, and that would have been better. Then I could just use Fighting Spirit, but yeah, there's my run. 630k? Yeah, 630k, and I think that's just enough for weekly. That is, I think, my highest rank so far, so not bad, kind of. Let's see, I'm now in Platinum 1, I'm in top 15%, wow, you're looking at a professional, you're watching a professional at work. Kind of, not really, I'm still not satisfied. If we go to my team, I can't click on that one, we'll just go back to hell. Not exactly what I'm implying by that, but I managed to get this one, which gives me +1 AP on my tactical maneuvers. Drone bombing, high power scope. I didn't bother with the 0 cost mark damage though, so that's fine. I think my Selena deck is pretty kitted out. My Cassius deck is basically just a draw engine, but really I think it should be a morale engine instead. So I was contemplating either I go with this one more or less. I don't know why oh no, this is my morale engine. Either I go with this one, or I try for more drawing. I don't know. I wanted to get a Divine Epiphany on Devil Dice so that I could draw more. I don't have Veronica like Blow does, so it's kind of difficult to do the draw 2 other combatants cards, but that's pretty okay. Then I could always use a Flash of Potential on my Sereniel to try and get Shining Core into the Create 2 upgrade. That one would be pretty good. I like keeping Pale Shooting Star in here just because it's basically a +1 AP and doesn't determine, or isn't determined by whether or not my homing laser is in the graveyard or not. This is unfortunate, the fact that I've got the Phototype Synthetic and not some other kind of chess piece artifact, since, well, it would have been better with something else. So I feel like I'm not too far off of having a pretty decent deck. My only thing would be, do I bother rolling for Typhira and maybe doing a couple of runs with her? But then again, we're meant to get the new cat girl in the top right here in the next couple of days. I think, or not next couple of days, we'll probably get some kind of, whatchamacallit, sneak peek banner concept, whatever it's called. We'll get one of those in the next upcoming days because I posted a teaser about her. So hopefully, maybe, potentially. Oh, but now actually, thinking about Nier Automata, wouldn't it be so cool if CZN managed to do a Nier Automata collab? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Considering the theme and everything, maybe it doesn't make too much sense because it's traveling the galaxy and the stars for Chaos Manifestations, but man, if we go by Drakengard lore, there is a lot of potential, I think, to exist there. At least I would hope so. Then again, it might just end up being a near reincarnation gacha incident, and it shows up once, and that's about it. Bye-bye. We never get anything more like it again. I think this one's better. I do... no, we don't want to do Distortion Adaptation, because otherwise I don't get my artifacts used. I want to build Cassius. I could probably skip on Magna. Maybe... I feel like my Orlea build isn't the best, and that could probably be improved. Then again, I'm also thinking like, oh, my 9 could probably be improved, but if I were to pick someone else, who would I pick for Orlea? I don't think there is anyone else that I can go for, but having 2 supports, 2 instinct supports? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, no pun intended, but it's kind of the dilemma that I'm in. So we're going to have 150 Faint Memory, so if I build a deck with Cassius... Maybe I just keep Magna. maybe I just keep Magna, since that basically guarantees. I just love that one prism, whatever artifact that you can do that activates one random lead card at the beginning of the turn in hand. So that one, oh my gosh. As said, Magna is my autopilot unit, so she just gets thrown in every single team. She works in every single one of them. So, hello, Kaya, in the YouTube chat. Oh my gosh. How's it been? It's been ages. To be honest, gacha games have always done collabs with whatever they can get their hands on. Genshin Impact had Alloy from Horizon appear at some point. Also, the Nier characters appear in a lot of stuff already. Yeah, but I think the, whatchamacallit, the Alloy collab was mainly because of PlayStation partnering with Genshin Impact, so it was a little bit different as a collab. I don't know how much in terms of collabs Genshin has actually done outside of that. So yeah, that one I think is a little bit of an outlier. Nier characters appearing in everything, though, is kind of to be expected. Yoko Taro loves just showing off 2B in every single one of the games that he can possibly do. So, or get a collab with. Like, I especially think that the collab that they had with Nikke was probably one of the better / best ones. At least it didn't end in end of service like Sinnoh Alice did. And even when Nier Reincarnation was made, at least it didn't end in end of service like that one did either. So it's somewhat balanced in terms of that. Like, maybe if one was for Chaos Zero Nightmare, we'd have a bit more stuff. I don't know, like, I think Chaos Zero Nightmare is on a really steady track with its future. At least, I don't see it being over anytime soon, and with how they handle seasons and whatnot, I can see it lasting for quite a while, or at least way longer than one would maybe expect, because it is a fairly stable model. It's just pump out new cards, new zones, new areas, etc., and you're pretty much good to go. Like, most of the characters and everything you can just adapt from other card games, because unlike... and now, I can't comment on Slay the Spire 2. I've been meaning to, and I really, really do want to do a stream on it as well. I can't comment on Slay the Spire 2, but at least to my knowledge with Slay the Spire 1, creating a new character seems to be like such a difficulty, because even when looking through the mods page, it's just... it seems contrived. It seems contrived. That's the best way that I can put it, because maybe the tools just aren't there. I'm kind of hoping that Slay the Spire 2 does have something more like that, where you just have a better or more accessible modding suite for it. At this point, I'm waiting on a Nier Nikke collab. Oh, Nier Nikke? Sorry, I'm just double checking because I play Nikke, but I don't know if you actually mean Nike or if that's misspelled. Sorry, C3C. But they have done the Nikke Nier collab, actually. I have all of the characters for it. It was pretty okay. The story itself wasn't something to write home about, but it did mean that we get more tracks to listen to and everything, so that was a lot of fun. At least, that was probably my favorite part of it, because usually collab stories are pretty hard to satisfy. I mean, you can't really interact with the characters as you would in their universe. You end up having to jeopardize most of the original characters' writing because you don't have the original writers, or even when you do have the involvement of the main lead writer himself, it's sometimes difficult to adapt because then you have to work with a team of writers and you aren't by yourself. So I completely get why it's difficult for gachas in order to adapt their stories for the actual intended audience of the original work, as in the shoe brand, but it's understandable to mix up. Yeah, I just had to make sure. But a Nike collab, I wonder what that would be like. I think so far they've done oh gosh, I'm thinking of Shiseido, the men's skincare brand, but that's not it. It's the glasses and eyewear brand. They did one with Nier Automata as well. And then there was a watch brand that did a collab with Nier Automata, and I think I've seen it in a couple markets or so on, that they also have a... I don't know if it was a collab or if it was considered like official merch per se, but they did also do like a nightlight of Emil's head that lights up. So I think it's certainly possible. I don't know about major brands though. Maybe it would have to be more JP oriented for them to consider doing it. I feel like that's one of the difficulties whenever it comes to doing collabs between major brands, is that I don't know if it's an inheritance of responsibility to either the product or the franchise, like the people who make the product, or the franchise themselves that owns the collab IP. But it feels like it's pretty difficult to try and get anything done between two big players, I suppose. Like, so to speak, Nike and getting Nier Automata. I'm pretty sure Yoko Taro would probably just want anything more with Nier Automata on it, though. He loves 2B, and I don't blame him. I remember him posting on X, formerly known as Twitter, like, I don't know, 5-ish years ago, where he was like, oh yeah, you made a collection of 2B of all the fan art she got, can you send it my way? So I think he's like absolutely on board with just doing more and more collabs. Are we kidding? 2 HP? That's kind of nuts. So I would imagine that he's probably in it just to see more of his characters come to life. Then again, I wonder if he'll ever touch upon going back to the Drakengard series. Like, would we ever get a Drakengard 4? Because seeing more of what happens to Accord would be really interesting, but also really fun, because I really like Accord, and there's hardly anything about her in most of the games. Like, she's only not an allusion to, but rather a background character that still holds a lot more significance, because she shows up in some of the grimoires as opposed to the ends that you can possibly get, and she is meant to explain some of the timey-wimey stuff. So I think that's probably main motivation to have her show up more. I could be making things up, but I at least think it would be nice to have her show up more. It's why Kingdom Hearts games are a mess to make. Apparently, the mouse and Square Enix have to have a fist fight before each title releases. So I've heard. Yeah, it seems like it's just one problem after another whenever it comes to attempting to create a Kingdom Hearts game. I've never personally played them myself, but I have a bunch of friends and people that I know who do play the games. Okay, wait, what card did I activate last? I'm trying to click on my... Okay, Frost Shield. So I can't use Contaminated Spore? I mean, I could, but... Yeah, I want to get rid of the cards. I'm just trying to get rid of Contaminated Spore, because otherwise it's going to clog up my hand as I'm fighting Senectus, because he'll attack me if I use 2 cards in a row. So we'll do this, and we'll do this, and then we'll do that. There we go, we've gone out of hand. I don't think Contaminated Spore builds are actually... amazing to play. But, I don't know, the Kingdom Hearts games have always been a bit of a conflicted area to me, because while I do kind of want to try them, they also just don't seem like my thing. I'm sure the games are, like, fun, but I don't know if they're what I want to play, and so I feel like I've not really bothered to, and never really looked into playing the Kingdom Hearts games. I'm trying to think if there's a franchise that's like that as well, but I think that the closest thing might be Final Fantasy. Although I've seen a lot of Final Fantasy, I very, very rarely get involved in any one of the Final Fantasy games because I'm not sure if it's for me. I think I started, and I actually did watch some of the Final Fantasy movies, but nothing more than that. I think I played Lightning Returns, and it was okay, and... Actually, the one that has stuck out the most to me is... Oh gosh, what's the name with his... the guy who hates Chaos. I made a joke about him on stream at one point because I'm playing Chaos Zero Nightmare. What's his name? Jack... something beginning with G. He's like, I hate chaos, and he interrupts all of the villain monologues by saying like, I don't give a shit about what you're talking about, and just like beats them up. So He's probably by far one of my favorite characters that I've seen in Final Fantasy. He's just so no-nonsense. I love him. I opted out of Kingdom Hearts when one of my friends showed me Mickey and the Hot Topic robes. People seem to like it though, so I might just be an old man. You're talking about Jack Garland. That's the name. Yes, Jack Garland. Oh my gosh. He's such a fun character, genuinely. I just love his no-nonsense. Wait, I'm sorry. How did that count? Oh no, that was his action ending. I thought I activated the same card twice. I think maybe I'm in the same boat as you. You swore, you swore. Yeah, I try not to swear, but I'm just quoting his lines, okay? There's only so much that I can do about it. I'm still say so. You can trust me. I really want to try Final Fantasy, but I heard you can only romance girls. You could just play... I mean, you don't really have romance in the same sense, I suppose. You do always play as a predetermined character, but if you're playing something like 7, then you're always sticking around with, like, the one protagonist. So I guess if you pick someone like Lightning, kind of, you are in the position of playing a female character if you really wanted to romance the guys. Otherwise, you can play... Was it 15? Where you're playing the boy band. And there you could definitely get away with just pretending, since you don't technically date anyone. I think Noctis just stays single forever. So, oh yes, 18+% attack. Wait, no, that's not the one that increases allies' attack. But yeah, I kind of feel the same there, C3C. I feel like maybe... I don't know if it's... Maybe I just feel old, but I suppose Kingdom Hearts was just never for me. I couldn't get into it. I think I was recommended it a couple of times. Okay, ... Sister Brown says. Yeah, okay, I guess I did swear once. But I tried. WTF? What do you mean WTF, Kaya? What have I said that's so surprising? Boy band? Yeah, the one with Noctis, it's just a boy band game. You play as... Was it 4 dudes? I think it's just 4 dudes. 4 dudes going on a road trip together, and then you fight off a whole bunch of fantasy enemies and whatnot. It got a Steam release, so it's on PC as well, which means that I think you had a couple of pre-release bonuses that were Valve merch or whatever. So I can't remember if you got like a Valve accessory to use, which was kind of curious, I suppose. It's Valve very rarely does any one of their collabs, but they always add like some small signature items or whatever whenever something ports to PC for the first time. Imagine Bloodborne on PC eventually getting a Valve-specific collab item. Wow. But yeah, I think maybe Kingdom Hearts just isn't for me. I did visit the Square Enix Cafe though. I did visit that. And I did buy some of the themed, like, Kingdom Hearts food and whatnot, because, oh my gosh, I love themed food. I love concept cafes, and I love all of these things. They're so cute, genuinely. So, in that sense, I don't so much mind it. Otherwise, yeah. Probably just not for me. Oh, that reminds me. I need to be using my thingamabobs, my Chaos Loots keycard reward thingamabobs. Otherwise, I'm going to just be at full capacity, and it's going to refresh, so I may as well do that now. I'm still thinking of wanting to make an arena artifact build, but I don't know if it's worth it. It kind of builds up to the same amount of damage as a single use of 9's ability, but is it actually good? What's the kind of build is this?
This is actually arena artifact build. It is very powerful whenever you activate every arena artifact.
Wow, what the kind of build is this?
This is Fighting Spirit build. It uses Fighting Spirit to activate Hue, Extreme in hand every single turn.
What's the kind of build is this?
This is Orlea Retain build. Orlea Retain build allows you to activate Softy in hand and apply Vulnerable.
That's mainly what I'm going for with my 9 Magna and... Oh gosh, Orlea build. That's what I'm trying for anyway. But I do need to improve my or Leia build, I think, to draw more cards so that I can at least get into more fighting spirits, because as you saw when I was doing my little practice run, I just kept getting the fighting spirit at the very end, so it just never triggered my hue, or at least I never had it when I wanted to trigger my hue, which kind of sucked. So if I can get more draws on Orlea, then I would be very happy. And if I can get more morale cards for Cassius, then I'll also be very happy. But we're going to try aim for that. I do want some of the cards that, or no, some of the refinements, I mean, which is why I'm doing the arena. Some of the refinements that allow me to draw an exhaust card at the beginning of a turn, and the one that... Sorry, at the beginning of battle you draw an exhaust card, and then the other one is 30% chance at the beginning of the turn to draw an exhaust card. Those are the ones that I need, because those ones are really, really useful into drawing the exhaust cards of Sereniel. So that's what I'm going to try aim for. And then the whole reason why I have some of the arena equipment is just so that he can deal extra damage, because I did not get lucky on dealing extra, or getting the artifacts that increase ally damage. So that was like my main issue there, I suppose. Okay, can we get it here? Nope. No? No? No. Oh my gosh, we didn't get it whatsoever. We can throw on this one, and I will just have to apply vulnerable. It's not really that good with Sereniel, but it is a bit of extra damage. So we can check that out and see how it goes. But yeah, I suppose even though I'm playing Chaos Zero Nightmare now, maybe what we do for Wednesday, Saturday of next week? I'm not sure. Would it be preferable? Who knows? But I think maybe I'll swap out Chaos Zero Nightmare for some Slay the Spire 2. Just because I did one weekend one time where I swapped out Chaos Zero Nightmare with a Slay the Spire 1 playthrough. So perhaps I could do that just one time. Or we'll see how it goes. I at least have been looking forward to Slay the Spire 2 so much. It's been ages. Ages. I've already bought it, and I've got it downloaded and everything. So it's just a matter of booting it up. But I didn't want to swap around my schedule on a dime like that. I think it would have been better if I give some kind of warning, at least. So that's why I was thinking to myself, oh, you know what, I'll just wait for next week to do it so that I can adjust my schedule. But then again, I could have pre-planned it, but I completely forgot when Slay the Spire 2 was being released. So more than anything, I think I've just been focused on semi-editing videos and so on to be posting. I know I don't have one for YouTube today, but I do have one for, whatchamacallit, for TikTok. So it's just, again, like the small compilations that I've created as a part of videos. And then I'm going to see how I do it with some of the videos going forward. So we'll see. Also, have I gotten any epiphanies on Cassius? No, I've gotten one. No, I've gotten two. Okay, so I've got choose quests, and then I just need to remove more cards, but I barely gotten any new cards, so that's kind of sucky. We do want an artifact for Cassius and maybe a different armor. It would be pretty nice to get something like... Would multifaceted parallel nexus even be worthful? Why don't they just make it MPUN? Whoa, MPUN. We could do reorganize, and that one's pretty good. Yep, I think so. I need more events where I'm just removing cards. Now that I think about it, I shouldn't be adding cards to my deck whatsoever. I'm just going to decrease the chances of Cassius getting stuff. So I think from now on, we're going to avoid that as much as possible and go from there. We'll do this into... Yeah, Ironclad just about survives this. Oh, my goodness. I've, yeah, as I was mentioning with the editing as well, I'm not sure if it's just because the language model or whatever that I'm using to create captions is kind of bad, but, I don't know what even is the standard. When I was making it, it barely picks up. I don't know if I've got, like, some kind of accent or something, but it doesn't seem to understand what it is I'm saying. So I've had to like, for this one video that I've been editing, the reason why it's taken so long is because it just hasn't picked up on most of the words that I was saying. Then again, it could be because there are like some gamer terminology that's making it so difficult, but I don't think that's the case. I just think that AI has a really difficult time trying to pick up on what it is I'm saying so that I can create captions. So I've basically spent this entire time writing the captions for my video, which is really not what I wanted to do. No, I'm not going to do that one. Common card into... Okay. What can I convert it into? Does it let me know? Maybe? No, it doesn't.
Okay, I don't want to do that.
Don't make me do that. I should have just taken something and then extracted it. Oh, woe is me. I probably won't get anything now that I can, remove anyway. Like, I'll get rid of this, yeah, just because it's a chance to draw. And then I could do another reorganize, but I could also wait until I get an epiphany and then duplicate that. But I don't want to add too many reorganizes just so that I can duplicate that by accident, you know? Like, that would kind of suck. So I'm trying to avoid that. Also, now that I know what I did wrong last time for my edited video, I'm at least going to edit the captions to be a little bit more visible. I don't know what the vertical thing was thinking in DaVinci Resolve, but whenever I swapped it to vertical, it reduced the text size so much that it's like really difficult to see. That was not my intention whenever I made that video initially. I really did try to like... I think I put it on font size 50 or 60 or something, and... then when I changed it to vertical, it didn't work. So it just remained at 20-something. And that's why I was so confused when I uploaded the videos. I was like, wait, what on earth? It's meant to be an SRT file. But then I check and no, it changed it to an overlaid text plus track, which meant that whenever I tried to edit everything, it would only edit one of the files or one of the caption files. So that's why I was like, oh gosh, I have to go through and edit 373 words that I spoke? Maybe not. So that's why I kind of like half gave up on attempting to edit it. And why I'll do better going forward, guys. You've got to believe me. But for actual videos themselves, I was kind of half contemplating. I've been on my, of course, like, rewatching anime binge because I read a whole bunch of manga. But now that I think about it, maybe I should just, like, make a couple of videos or whatever talking about some of the manga that I do read. And eventually make videos on those. I don't know what the consensus is, but I thought it would be kind of interesting, as well as reviews on some of the games. I don't know if I wanted to do one on Slay the Spire 2, mainly because I feel like it might be oversaturated in terms of how many people are playing it. That's also one of the concerns with, like, playing games, right? Not that I'm necessarily concerned solely about numbers or anything, I'm just meaning, like, is it gonna contribute something? Because I don't just want to make a video because I can make a video. I actually like producing content for having fun or whatever. But if it's just gameplay videos and whatnot, I don't know. I'm already doing that with DMC, so I think DMC is quite okay, actually. I'm working through it slowly, bit by bit, and maybe that's all that matters. Also, this is a little bit misleading as to why it allows you to duplicate the pop-eyed popper, since you can only have one quest going on at a time. I kind of contemplate if the Joker, baby, is a good one to have, because it lets me draw into any card that I want, plus no epiphanies, but it's not exactly ideal. I also need more credits for some of my epiphanies and whatnot that I want to do. Here we go. We've got... no. We don't want any of those. I'm trying to get some more... now, when I say I don't want those, I'm trying to get some more artifacts for... if I do, Typhira, but also I want to try get artifacts for Reen as well. I know she's got a really decked out kit for everything that I've invested in her, but still, skipping is an option too. It very much is, right? Game 1 random rare arena equipment? No. Actually, I will take that one. It's, probably one of the better ones. I do kind of want to, make an arena deck, but oh my gosh, the investment. If I did make an arena deck, would it be better on 9 to have the item on? Like the mythic item on? Maybe. Maybe. I do think that having Joker as a card duplicated in Cassius's deck is probably better because of how I've built my Sereniel, since she's got the +1 AP to all of her cards. So that one's pretty good, but I don't know. Only because it's difficult to tell how to use up all of my AP in one go. I could actually go for this. 9 is defense-based, that arena card is attack-based. Yeah, but 9 has really high base stats on attack, doesn't she? Oh, well, 100 less. How much does that affect? Because I don't know the damage formula or the damage calculation, but is that not still kind of okay? Cassius still has way more. I would have to double-check what my other ones are at to see what that's like, because maybe putting it on someone like Reen would be good, since she can buff herself and damage by about 40%, since they buffed her, what is it called? Dark, blah blah blah. That card that adds Dark Mist stance. She gains a plus 40% damage buff or whatever now, whenever she's using it, and then obviously Dark Mist stance has its own unique effects and so on. So maybe on her, I kind of just want to use Reen more. I really don't get a chance to use Reen as much as I want to. I was kind of contemplating like, oh, what if I went into Chaos and just did a whole bunch of runs with her and try to get a really good deck, because my gosh, I really love her deck and just her character entirely. So actually, why not? Why not do that after this one? Then I can swap out Magna, maybe? See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if I just have really bad luck, but I still haven't gotten a single morale epiphany for Cassius this entire time. I'm going to try reshuffle it, and you're going to watch. Blue, watch this. I'm going to re-roll the epiphany, and I promise you I'm not going to get the morale one showing up here. And if I do... Oh, damn it. Damn it! I can't believe it! Okay, I did get the morale one, but ignore that, okay? I've had really, really bad luck for the past, like, week and a half trying to get it, okay? I promise I'm not making things up. It has been bad for me trying to get any good deck going on. I think doing an exhaust is here. What did you want to show me? Nothing now? It worked? Yeah, my luck is what I wanted to show you, because when I was building Selena's deck, it took me unironically like 1.5 weeks to build that one simple deck, just because I, oh gosh, I want to get Ebony Lumen. Yes, please. It took me 1.5 weeks just because it would not draw. I would not get those epiphanies. I couldn't get the one on Coordinated Attack. I couldn't get the one on Ravage. None of that. It sucked so bad. Okay, we can swap or convert one of the cards. I was contemplating doing Shuffle, but that means that all of my, you know what? I think Shuffle is actually the better one to swap out here. Because if I keep Shuffle, then I can reshuffle in the homing lasers, which is not what I want. So I'm gonna avoid keeping that in my deck going forward. From now on, I refuse. So yeah, I just wanted to show off my bad luck, but unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, the oxymoron here is working against me, but fortunately it didn't happen, yet unfortunately I couldn't show you just how bad things really are. So, POV. I'm gonna do that, like, one Reen face. I don't know, she does this one Reen face where she closes her eyes and looks down in satisfaction, and it's like, damn it, I can't believe it. I managed to do it. Imagine you got everything perfect, cards and equipment, but no copy event at the end, just a treasure event. Yeah. That's what... I kind of had that happen with my Magna run. I managed to get the 2 copies of Frost Charge, but I couldn't get any copies on any one of her draws, so I was just like, oh my gosh, just remove it at the end. Because there's no point having a dead card in hand that costs 2, and I couldn't get the Divine Epiphany going on it, so I decided against it. I just wanted I wanted Magna to have a really decked out kit that I could just use her as a supporter for everything, though she kind of needs like a couple of card draw herself to have. So unfortunate. I've had it happen quite a few times. I really do not have good luck. Good luck whatsoever when it comes to playing Chaos Zero Nightmare. It's like, I don't know, I stream and suddenly I have sort of okay-ish luck, but then whenever I'm playing offline and trying to grind out a deck, it takes me, again, like a week and a half to make Selena's deck. I was grinding it out every single day, and like at least 2 or 3 runs a day, and I just could not do it. I could not get something for her. So what I have is the most usable deck that I think I will ever have for the rest of the season. The +1 AP on my tenacity regain, as well as just one of every kind of, oh, whenever you deal a weakness attack or whatever attack, then, you know, do a coordinated or extra attack to the enemy. I don't think I'm going to get anything better than that, to be honest. Is it? Heavy Blow was the vulnerable effect. I kind of think this should go on Cassius, just to do a couple more hits whenever I play as Serenial or play with the Serenial team. Just so that I can try reduce the tenacity gauge more. Because I think that's like one of the main weaknesses. Played for 1 hour. Oop. Guys, don't tell me what to do. Here we go. Finally. My goodness. Yeah. I think one of the main weaknesses that I have right now for my deck is that I just cannot sometimes reduce all the tenacity stages of the boss, which means that I don't get to redraw into my homing laser cards. So my Cassius is kind of meant to help me with that, or at least support that a bit more. Yes, I want to Epiphany a card. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we'll do... Oh. Okay. I kind of want to do Ebony Lumen, but I think doing Reorganize is better? No, maybe Ebony Lumen is? I kind of wanted the Divine Epiphany. Gain 2 AP so I can make it cost 1. I'm gonna re-roll this one. I want it to give me morale. I need to have, what's it called? The Epiphany on Devil Dice, where it makes you draw depending on every target hit. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Please, on every hit, on every target. Yes! It's either that or it's the Retrieve. I mean, I guess discard could be good as well, but this one is nearly always going to draw 2 whenever I'm fighting the Colossus dude. So that's fine. We can do counterattack, actually, and that's not half bad. Then I'm basically gaining double. Either way, it's not a card that I probably should have taken because it's reduced my chances of getting an Epiphany. Ooh. Dice Trick, sure. Contaminated Spores in hand. I wonder how viable it is to do a Contaminated Spore build for Colossus. It doesn't feel like it is. If you combine Draw and Activate Refinement, you get +2 free AP from Lumen. Wait. Oh, yes, I get what you're meaning now. But isn't that whenever you draw the card by an ally's ability? So even if I tried to use Cassius to draw into Lumen, it wouldn't trigger? Am I wrong about that? Or is there another Epiphany that does something similar? Lumen kind of says, no, not Lumen as in the evil company from Severance. I mean Lumen as in this. Lumen, not Lumon. The TV series. No, it can be activated from Refinement 2. Oh, okay. Maybe that's worth checking out then. Okay. That gives me something to think about. It's just... I need more usable cards in my Serenial, Cassius, and whatchamacallit deck. Selena deck. Here we go. Ooh, okay. We got a Divine one. Morale 3, reduce this cost. Oh, don't mind if I do. Okay, then we can just do that, and we're good to go. Oh man. What do you mean, Kaya? I would hope that Lumen doesn't exist. She's so silly. Yeah, she is, Sister Brown. She really is. Top decks in Great Rift use that for Typhira's nuke strategy. Aha. Okay. Also, I'm half tempted to roll for Typhira, but at the same time I want to see what the next character is like before I come to that decision. Is Typhira really that good? We've not really got a full encompassing idea of what future characters are going to look like in terms of scaling and so on, so I feel a little bit hesitant to say, oh, Typhira is going to be permanently useful, but at the same time I feel like she's already got such a versatile kit that it's arguable she'll be useful or relevant forever, so to speak. What do you think, Mr. Blow? Do you think it's like, I don't know, permanent staying power that Typhira has, or do you reckon it's more similar to just power creep and scaling? I don't know how to feel about roguelike deck builders and characters being power crept, because you can always just make cards that cater towards a character. Most likely Typhira will be good with the next unit. 2 predictions for now are that she'll replace Kayron. Yeah. I haven't played Kayron because I don't have him, and I also don't play with male characters, so unfortunate, I suppose. And then watch my favorite things and play my favorite things again. What? What do you mean, Kaya? What are you talking about? And then watch my favorite things and play my favorite things again? I'm sorry, maybe I'm just lacking context. He's unaware? I'm unaware. I don't know what's going on. But I feel like power creep is such a difficult thing to try and consider in a roguelike deck builder. What is Cassius then? Don't tell the robot. Or don't say robot. Yeah, Cassius is a... He's a sci-fi version of a fantasy skeleton. That's what he is. Kind of. Maybe. Uh-oh. I don't really know what to qualify Cassius as, but he's by far one of my favorite characters. I really like Cassius then. Just the whole... He's... And this is what surprised me. I wrote about it, but he feels more like a gambling character than... or no, Typhira feels more like a gambling character than Cassius does, which is funny. Like, you wouldn't expect that, would you? For Typhira to be more gambling than Cassius is? Also, what is this? What is this? Gain 2 AP now or gain 2 AP next turn? Fortitude 2, Resolve 2. I don't want to do either of these. How about you do not give this to me? You know what I'm saying? Maybe Fortitude is better. We can do negative 40% damage amount and try to survive. You know what? I think so. I think this is probably going to be better whenever I play this with Selena and Cassius and Sereniel. That they're probably going to survive a little bit longer, at least. I'm trying to anyway, but I think the main issue is that I just have too much AP at the end of my turn, which isn't bad, but I would like to use up all my AP at the end of the turn, so, you know, I don't just waste it. I also did get a dupe of 9 the other day, surprisingly. I don't remember where or when it was, Blow, but I got a dupe of 9 from the standard banner just off of a random 10 pull. That is the luckiest I've ever been in this game, guaranteed. I don't know how I did it, I don't know why the game decided, you know what, you need a copy of 9, but now I've got one, and I'm all the more happier for it. So, not half bad, if I do say so. Yeah, I got her in standard 2. Nice! Haha, smiles for you. Yeah. Wow. My first time being lucky. I'm happy you were lucky as well, man. By the way, I didn't ask. You can't check the what's it called? The ego manifestation levels or the potential levels, but how many potential levels do you have in your team? For your main DPS dealers like 9 and Sereniel. Because one of the things that came to mind for me not too long ago was how much do the ego potential levels actually affect the overall damage that you end up dealing in, say, the nebula distortion. That's what I'm really not sure about. Oh, here we go. Let's duplicate something of Cassius. E19, E5 Serenial? My gosh, dude. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense, though. E5 Serenial? I guess she's a seasonal unit, so it is very difficult, but damn, that's a lot. Okay, let's do... Wait, do we have to do one more meditation? I don't think I have to do one more meditation on Cassius. It would be nice... Oh, man. I'm trying to think. The 2 cost one is... Let's see. If I start a quest, then it would be straight for the morale. Got 3x Serenial and 40 pulls. Dude, that is nuts. That is a crazy amount of luck. Do you want to know how many it took me to get 1 Serenial? 140. I did 140 pulls for a single copy of Serenial. And do you want to know how many times it took me to get 1 copy of 9? 140. I also had to do 140 for 9. Do you want to know how many it took me to get Yuki? 140. It took me 140 to get a single copy of Yuki as well. Do you want to know how many it took me to get 1 copy of Reen? Yeah, it took me the entire pity on the standard banner to get a single copy. My luck has been so bad in this game, dude. So bad. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, right? That's why I'm so worried about rolling for Typhera. I'm thinking to myself, like, if I roll for Typhera, I am going to spend 140 pulls trying to get her. I've never won the coin flip. I've always hit max pity. And even when I do eventually get the character on the standard banner, it's beyond the point of their usefulness. That was the exact same thing that happened to me with Haru. She goes off the banner and then I get her. I don't get her while she's on the banner. I was like, oh my gosh, I've already done up till 1 pity. I'm not even gonna bother. So that was it for me. What is worth removing from this? If I'm just going to do more morale, then I want to try and duplicate Dice Trick. Maybe it's worth getting rid of the Joker. The other day when I lost the God deck I told you about, I did 1 Rage Pull and got a Typhera. That's nuts. Maybe you were fully justified in that case. Like, oh yeah, just do a couple more of those. Wait until you get mad enough, and then eventually you get more 5 stars. Okay. I think what we do is we change this 1 Devil Dice. Oh! Divine Epiphany, can I get this on... No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the morale one. That's lame. Gosh. Leave me alone. We're gonna skip that one. And then hopefully I get enough cash in order to swap to the morale bonus one. I just want a couple that let me draw a whole bunch of cards, you know? That's all I'm asking for. And it's really not much. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a rage pull. You know what? Let's do 1 random pull, because I do still have, technically, a free pull or 2 waiting for me. Due to the amount of free currency that I have for the current banner. And if I'm gonna be sparking for that bunny girl chick anyway, or sorry, the cat girl chick anyway, I may as well. I keep forgetting her name. It feels really What do you mean ignored, Kaya? I already responded to you. You said, and then watch my favorite things and play my favorite things again. I don't know what you were referring to. I asked you, but then you never replied for the past 10 minutes, so I wasn't sure what was going on. Maybe your message didn't go through? I know your internet isn't, like, the best, so... But yeah... I don't know what her kid is going to be like, so I just really want to wait, but then at the same time, I don't want to use up all my luck and have a desire sensor go off on me and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I managed to get Typhera in like 2 rolls or something like that when I could have gotten the cute cat girl instead. It didn't go through then? Yeah. Gamble? You know what? If a top 1 player is telling me to gamble, then maybe I should gamble. I'll give it a go after this one. I'll do 110 pull. Maybe the game will reward me for my patience, since I tend to hoard my resources. As example of this, I am still hoarding my resources in Nikkei for the not anniversary unit, but for overspec Anise. I'm a top 99 percenter. Oh, whoops, sorry. I misread your name. It showed up as the same color for me, so I confused. I looked at the color. Ah, my bad. Sorry, Okami Lumi, you're not actually a top 1. I thought you were Mr. Blow for a second there, but I guess I'm just going colorblind. Or, to be fair, it is the exact same color for me, so it was really confusing for me to see there. But he's a top 99 percenter, exactly. Maybe he is doing fine, so it's an honor. Gamble, I'm going to either way. He's so progressive. Yeah, everyone's just the same color now in Twitch chat. I would wonder, why doesn't Twitch chat like actually organize or ensure that chatters don't end up getting the exact same color? Just so you know, Blow, Okami, and Sister Brown are the exact same color on Twitch chat for me right now. Why won't my message go through? I don't know, Kyle. Why won't your message go through? Have you tried asking it kindly? Maybe that would help. Man, still no morale too? Ah, lay sigh. We cringe on. I can't believe Okami Lumi has become the new top 1 number player, beating out Mr. Blow. Oh, I can't believe this, guys. Mr. Blow, you've got really tough competition this time around. Watch out, he's on your back. I'm just thinking, if I do use up my luck now, will it affect my luck in Nikkei? Am I really gonna allow the superstitions to get to me? It's been treating me well so far. I've got now, let's see. I need a double check, but I think I'm at 305,000 gems in Nikkei now, which is absurd, all things considered, because that means that I've been saving up for nearly 2 years without spending, like, more of my currency than I get. I've only been using the tickets that you get from, like, free events and so on, and that's how I preserved all of my currency for Nikkei. So, kind of crazy, all things considered. I shove crayons up my nose. Have you ever considered that you might be like Homer Simpson, Lumi? Have you ever considered that? You might just be an intelligence barred only by the fact that you decided the red crayon goes up the right nose and the green crayon goes into the gullet. You know? Maybe that's what makes you a top 1 player for CZN. So, consider that, and perhaps it will all become clear to you in due time. We'll try using residual herb. I don't think I can do much else. I'm just going to use Spore and then build up a whole bunch of stacks. I could probably have used Cassius's ability. That's one thing as well. I'm a bit too much of like a JRPG player. But here's a question to you, Mr. Blow. How do you decide when you want to use any one of your ego skills? Anytime I think to myself, oh, this seems like the time for my ego skill to be used, it more or less ends up being, oh, I could have just waited 1 extra turn and had it be better, but then I keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then I never use it. Do you always force yourself to use an ego skill as soon as the bar fills up? I don't. No, this can't be true. I thought I was meant to be getting top tier and epic advice from you, but here we are, both falling victim to never using our ego skills. Man, what's going on? And Kaya commenting that Lumi is very intelligent. Yeah, he is super intelligent. I assume that's what the intelligent comment was referring to. Wow. I really wish that maybe I had stuck a crayon up my nose and held back my intelligence, and then I remove it one day and find out that I'm actually a mega genius. I was able to, today, to figure out... I don't know how I did it, but you know you just get those feelings one time, like intuition, like supernatural intuition. I had that happen to me today, and I somehow managed to guess the next song on my Spotify playlist twice in a row when it was on shuffle. That was nuts. Nuts the Berserker, okay? That was crazy. I don't know how I managed to do it, but I did. But when I'm losing the fight, I always lack ego points for some reason. Yeah. Tragic, isn't it? I don't know. It feels like the exact same thing happens to me all the time. I don't need any one of these. I've also realized now that my Cassius is over the faint memory limit, so I don't know what deck I'm going to end up with. I thought that I had ended up with a pretty good one, but this might be blow, because I ended up getting to 180. I thought I could keep it to 150 or 160 and that would have been okay, but honestly I should have removed the exhaust card. Let's see. Oh, unfortunately I can't check it because it's been corrupted. I guess I can kinda look at it. It kept the Ebony Lumen one though. Maybe it got rid of the Divine Epiphany? I don't wanna cancel him. I just wanna check what deck he has before I cancel him. Enter Sandman moments? Let's check. Change? Ooh, he's changing! Reorganize... kept its Epiphany, I think? I can't really see past the text. It's Lumen, Kaya! It's not Lumon, it's Lumen! Men, Kaya! Men! It did get rid of one of the Devil Dice, though it only got rid of the draw for each one hit. Unfortunate that we have 2 Jokers and not, like, 4 dice tricks. Yeah, I'm gonna try forgetting 4 dice tricks instead, I think is the go-to plan. And then just add a couple of lumens, and hopefully consider that done and dusted? Maybe? But before I do that, let's check the store. I'm still gonna call it Lumen? Well, you'd be wrong, Kaya. You'd be wrong. Let's clear out the store, why don't we? We can do this. Oh, wow. I can take all of these. Oh, look at me, big spender. Mr. Moneybags over here. Take all of these. And then, let's check. What's my rescue at? We've got 18. Do you think I can get it? Do you think I can get Typhira in just 10? I'm very close to being able to get a guaranteed ego manifestation, though. I'm so very close to it. It's either that or a 5-star partner. Would it be more useful to get a 5-star partner? If so, I would want to buff my, whatchamacallit? My Reen. I've also kind of cleared this out. Oh, let's take this as well. Thank you. Then, yeah, okay. We will do this one. We'll call it Building Up a Little Bit of Luck. Okay. If I don't get a 5-star immediately here, then I know I won't get one in the other one. Okay, that's bad. Let's do a 10 pull. Oh, please. John Chaos Zero Nightmare. Chaos Zero John Nightmare. Please. Please let me get Typhira in a single 10 pull. Wouldn't that just be awesome? I think that would be really awesome. I'm gonna close my eyes and I don't want to hear... Oh wait, no, it's still gonna play the... No, little sound effect, isn't it? Did I get her? Am I gonna get her? Okay, we got one Maribel. I don't think this is her. Guys, I don't think I got her. Oh no! No! Oh, we just got one copy of Maribel. I didn't even get a copy of Cassius. Oh well. Into the collection it goes. Manifest Ego. Fixed damage is increased by 50%. How does that work? Oh, okay. I did, however... Oh, wait. No. Go back. I did, however, want to level up Chizuru so that I could get this, the level 20 thingamabob. Here we go. 1, and then promote, and then 2, Can you count to 2? I can count to 2. And here we go. We'll take this. Yoink. Is there anyone else that's like on the verge of being able to? I could level up Maylin to 60 actually. Let's do that. And now we've got another 10 pull on hand. Here we go. Yes. Now we can do one more 10 pull. My greed... Oh wait, I didn't have to do that. Oh well. You didn't see that? Here we go. Here's my 5-star. It was waiting for me. It was waiting for me here. Never mind, I didn't get a 5-star. Ah, so close, yet so far. Let's see, let's see. It's Nia, but I think, yeah, already have her at maximum, so it doesn't matter. We got Arwen. And that's it. 3 4-stars. It was okay, I guess. It was okay. We'll claim all here. Then we'll do the same thing for the event. Very nice, very nice. Oops, that was not the one I wanted to click on. Then we'll do Into the Depths. Oh, yes, give me that, won't you? Question is, do I... No. How long? She's got 10 more days left. They posted a teaser for... What's her name? They should really tell me the name of this new character that's coming out. They should just let me know right now. They should ping me, or they should send me a DM or something saying, yes, actually, this is the character that's coming out next. You would do well to remember her name. Let's see. I am following Chaos Zero Nightmare somewhere here, so I should be able to find it. Okay, maybe not. Chaos Zero Nightmare. X. Yeah, here we go. When Rita, that's her name. Yeah, Rita. It just says coming soon. Wait, but it's on the 18th? Ugh, that's way too far from now. Doesn't that mean the banner's gonna end? She's also a justice unit? Psionic Justice. Who do I have for my justice setup? I have got... What? Why can't you... Oh, here. Okay. You know what? I could do with Rita. Because I don't have any third 5-star. Oh, but Typhira? I could kind of do with Typhira. If I wanted a full order team, so then I could have 9 Typhira and Yuki. I definitely need a new passion one, though. I would really want Veronica, maybe. I think my my instinct is perfectly fine for now. With Void, it's pretty okay. I randomly got Chizuru on one of my guaranteed pities for the standard banner, so I'm not too worried about that. So I think that's pretty okay. Pretty okay. Gonna go now. Take care. Bye-bye. How dare you! I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you have an even better weekend. Wow, I can't believe you, Sister Brown. You know what? Leave and have a wonderful day. I can't believe it. Oh, I wanted to do a Reen build. That's what I wanted to do. We can re-roll this. Please, just give me like a tier 12, maybe? This is kind of good. No, because then I can't heal. Damn, lol. What do you mean that? What do you mean by that? I hope you have a great rest of your day. That's what I said. Just being a bit tsundere, I suppose. Maybe we can do a tier 12. Negative 60% credits, though. I don't trust my luck. That's the thing. I don't trust my luck. Because I know that I'm going to end up regretting that. Okay. No, never mind. Increased damage and lower HP. That's like a multiplicative you suck factor. What? I'm out? Oh no. I guess we're gonna have to do this one though. Can't rest. Okay. It's just so difficult to play 9 and Reen together though. That's the main difficulty. But we'll make things work. We'll make things work. And my Reen is kind of nuts. I love this deck so much. Look at this. +1 AP, draw 2 cards of this unit. She deals so much damage as a result. And I've also super invested into her. She's by far one of my most invested units. I was contemplating manifesting her ego, but these aren't really that good. Her ego manifestations aren't great. Blade Dance, yeah. Those basics hurt? Yeah, they do hurt, but it was also because I'm already drawing every single one of her cards via this. Because as soon as I get this once, I'm drawing 6. So if I end up even just getting 1, then I have those, and so on. So it's quite fine. But otherwise, this deck is like kind of nuts. It's really easy for autos, at least. Increased damage amount of attack cards with a cost of 0 by 40% was also pretty good for the drawing slashes, but unfortunate. I do still want to try. We can see how it goes. I don't think it's going to go well, though. But she's by far my highest attack character, I think, that I've invested in. Let's see. Yeah, okay, nearly double the amount of attack of 9. Yeah, if I was ever gonna build an arena deck, it would be for her. Yes, I think maybe Reen will be my arena deck character. And she'll just have a whole bunch of arena decking cards. Let's see how far I can at least get with that. Each time a skill card is exhausted. Maybe. What counts as season equipment for some of the elite areas? That's what I'm wondering. Do the arena equipment count as seasonal equipment? Or is it only... No, I think actually seasonal equipment includes the arena gear. Maybe? I would rather do germination so that I can kind of guarantee that I would win instead. Or win this run. Let's try to hit this no arena gear. Okay, good I didn't pick that then. I just had to make sure. So, can't get arena gear outside of arena. That's somewhat unfortunate. Well, actually that's also not entirely true, is it? Because you can have the random event show up that allows you to... No, sorry, that's refinement. No, that's my bad. That's refined gear that shows up. It's not arena gear. I think if you pick the Fate for arena gear, that's the only other way to get arena gear outside of the arena. The one that doubles the amount of arena cards that you generate as a result of your arena gear. I think that's the only one. Spore Harvester, I don't like any of these. These aren't good. I'm not gonna waste my time with them. Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was the one I played with last run. That's how I remember that it does that. Yahoo! Hugh, what's this gonna... Epiphany? Don't tell me it's... I would want it to be Fighting Spirit. It feels like it's the last one to get activated, though. Unfortunate. I feel like, if anything, Reen's Dark Mist stance should be way stronger than it is. It feels kind of underpowered. But maybe I'm wrong? I really want Reen to be one of those characters that's undervalued and people don't realize how great she is, but I know that's probably cope. I just really love Reen. I want her to be the best and strongest character to ever grace this game, and she's my favorite. We can go... We'll go to the arena, then here, then there, and I think that'll work? Maybe? No, because I can't heal after. Okay. No, but it would still do better to go through both of the elite areas first, then to try? Yeah, I think so. I think that's what I do. Reen is one of those characters that just feels really slow to start, is the issue. She really needs a lot of, like, card removal in the beginning, otherwise her basic cards just drag her down way too much. We can do Hugh here. I could get rid of that guy. Or I can crit and get rid of him immediately? Nope, of course, I don't. I have like a whole jug of tea right next to me that I'm slowly working through. Then we can get rid of this guy. Then we can do Gain Dark Mist stance. Can I crit? Please crit. Nope. What's my crit rate on Reen? What's my crit rate? It's also unfortunate that I have 63% and nearly double damage on my critical damage. My gosh, I've decked her out. I was thinking there aren't really any partners that quite facilitates Reen yet, which is kind of a downside. I'm trying to think. There was this one partner that, upon using consecutive attacks of the same units or combatants, that it would increase the attack, but that doesn't feel particular or specific to Reen whatsoever. That's why I'm a little bit in this dilemma of, well, I kind of want to have a partner for Reen, but then at the same time that would mean I have to roll for said partner. He is T-Man, maker of P-Man. What are you on about? What is this? What's this man talking? What the dog doing? What the dog doing? Should I bother building Reen? I mean, kind of, yeah. I should probably remove wildcard. Jug of tea? Yeah, but like that doesn't make me into the latter of what you said. That doesn't make sense. What are you on about? I want to build up Reen to be really good, but my gosh. We'll do, Wait. Experience strike into, darkness. Do wizards not? No. I use a spell, so it's funneled immediately out of me. I don't have to worry or concern myself with that at all. Consider it a supernatural ability of mine. Oh yes, we've got 2 epiphanies on Reen. Here we go. So, add 1 hit, gain morale, decrease all costs. Unit hand by 1. No, increase damage amount by 100%. This is still more. Say so, wizard. I'm hoping to be, but you make it very difficult in attempting to read out your messages when you talk about stuff like that. So, trying. I don't know, like, to the extent of which what constitutes as being say-so. If I'm attempting to quote a character that swears or curses, that feels very difficult to be say-so, you know? There's only so much that can be done there. But I wonder if that's like a free pass, you know? Maybe that's a personal question. Is it a free pass if a character swears in a quote and you're asked to? Or you attempt to quote that character? Drawing slash... Yeah, just not much. But we can do drawing slash... Oh, never mind. Just crit. Just crit. Just end the fight. Pretty cool. I mean, the GTA trend? What? What GTA trend? Oh, wait. No, maybe I know what you're talking about now. It's coming to me. I think I'm getting it. We can increase the heal amounts, but that doesn't do anything, basically. A selected combatant gains 1 epiphany. And then we'll do Reen.
Yay, please get Reen, Ron.
Why does she have 96 damage? For what reason? For what reason? Get it? He's using magic to read my mind! Of course I am. That's how I know what my chatters are thinking. Oh, don't you like me being in your mind? I've been planted all of my worms in your mind, just for you. Do you not like it? What? I need to get more epiphanies on Cassius. A perpetual problem that never seems to resolve itself, ever. Okay, waypoints? Can I get some equipment that I can throw in? Oh, it's just weakness. I've got no one that applies weakness. I do wonder who will get after Rita, though. I'm just constantly having to think about my savings in this game because I keep failing every single coin flip. Do I go for Typhira? Do I go for Rita? Do I wait even after that to see who I get? I have no clue. For 1 turn when an exhaust card is activated, gain 1 attack. You know, that's not half bad. That's not half bad. We can do Popeye Popper and then get some Popeye Popper. We've got no 0 cost cards though. What is this game trying to do by picking that quest for me? I do have Dark Mist Stance. Yes, my lovely wife, do lots of damage for me. Yes. Yes. I also really like Reen's ego skill. Watch this. Watch this. Whoa. We're going to activate Reen's ego skill, and then we're going to go into Hugh. My wife and her ego skill. I still need to get more gifts to give to Reen, though, so that she can be fully decked out with the affection points to increase her damage even further beyond what the equipment has given her. When 4 skill cards are exhausted. Yeah, yep. Okay. We're gonna refine.
To the arena.
I think I'm gonna do 1 more run with Cassius, and then, or like aiming for Cassius to have a particular deck in mind, which is my 3 morale or 4 morale dice trick cards. Hopefully I can get a Divine Epiphany on it. Maybe? And then that'll determine whether or not I continue, because I do want to make a deck for Reen as well, you know? So like, she deals so much less damage. Man. Even though my Reen has nearly double the amount of attack stat, she still deals way less damage than what 9 does. Here we go, Divine Epiphany, though. 2 vulnerable, gain resolve, though. That sucks. That sucks so bad. Or we can do increased damage amount by 30% for each card in hand, which is really good. I think that's always the best one, right? It just deals a ridiculous amount of damage whenever you use it, that is. We can do Hue. Yay. Yes. We can do Experience Strike. Yes. And then we can do Drawing Slash. Yes. Ho ho ho. No. I'm just trying to think, with the damage calculation formula, why is it that defense-based damage deals that much compared to regular? Like, yeah, I get it, the scaling is meant to be different because the amount of defense you get comparative to the amount of attack you get is vastly different, but it still doesn't feel like it should be dealing that much more damage than regular attack, you know? Like, whenever I use Hue, that is a ridiculous amount of damage to be dealing. That's, at least... Like, this is her rare card, 393 or 363. Like, man, I just, we need to give some of the characters a buff. We need to give some of the characters a buff already. We can do Dark Mist Stance here, and that gets rid of it. Anything was gonna get rid of it either way, but, you know, even still, I think Reen should have had more buffs be given to her. I want more ways to improve some of the characters that I like. Totally not out of bias or anything. That's like external to the potential system. Like, I don't know, maybe they add Grand Blue Fantasy grids where you have to grind a single enemy until you eventually get the one item you need. Okay, extra attacks? No. Shield is gained? No. Shield gain amounts? I could do for healing? I don't know. Attack is far superior if we're talking about perfect scenarios. You can have 1700 attack while defense 1300 or 1400. But is the damage calculation different though? Because that's talking about pure stats, isn't it? So defense-based damage usually outputs a higher amount of damage solely because of the formula, isn't it? Because my Reen, with the exact same damage numbers and having nearly double, yeah, she's at 1203 right now. I also counted in all defense. But I don't know, because my Reen, her attack stat is higher than 9's attack and defense stat combined. But whenever I try use a card that is near identical in terms of damage, it still deals less. So like this is 162 and 168. This brings it down to 4638. But if I use Reen's, it's at 4736. That's a whole difference of... yeah, of 100, near exactly. I mean, it's 98 in terms of individual damage points, which is maybe not significant for a defense is 2.1 plus attack multiplied by 0.3 for defense-based cards. But then for regular attack cards, it seems like it's less. Because how does it make sense that my first form here deals less damage than my slash attack? I mean, this one is... oh, you know what? No, it's because of weakness, right? Sorry, maybe I'm just a bit dumb. I'm a bit slow. It's because of weakness as well. That's why it's dealing more damage. I think Reen is actually just dealing a lot of damage to begin with. And that's why. Ah, that might be it. I think it's because of weakness, actually. That's my bad. It probably is the case that pure attack is stronger in terms of high DPS end results.
Okay, I guess that makes sense now.
First look at card multiplier. Yeah. It would be nice if you were able to like click on a card and then see what it breaks down into, like the different influences that made the card cost or become whatever whatever the final value is. Like maybe are these guys? Yeah, they're order weak as well. I was gonna say, like, if these guys are neutral, then maybe I can draw into one of Reen's cards, and then we can see what it looks like. Draw 2 of 1. No. Draw 1, then decrease the cost of those cards. Move Dark Mist, Annihilation, and Black Dance to hand. This one's probably the better one. I don't think getting Morale is actually that good. Just drawing 2 of her own card is good. You want a backstory of a card? Yeah, basically. I want to know, what was its origins? How did it cost as much as it did? But also think of it, that's a perfect excuse, right? To have the backstory to a card? Yeah, I want that. Like, imagine, not only does this have lore implications, but you're able to see what the card is influenced by. And then I would be able to know whether or not I'm miscalculating something in my head. But, yeah, why does 9 have the experienced strike and not inexperienced strike? There we go. Lore video to be revealed. Why does she use Hue and not strong attack? I wonder why the names came to be. Why is it Counterblade and not something else? Either way, I would still, maybe it's just for my own peace of mind and so I don't run into this situation again, but I feel like it would have been nice to know what the final influences on a card's stat is. So here we've got just regular 240, and yeah, that doesn't multiply. Dark Mist Stance? No, this one doesn't have it, but it's still kind of counting it anyway? Like, what is this being multiplied by? Is this the vulnerability that's on it? Okay, vulnerability is on it, which means that 50% of it is applied, so it's adding to 100%. Yeah, okay. Or, sorry, 200% is applying, so it's adding 100% to it. Okay. We can do... yeah, I think Hugh just ends it there. Because also... oh? Oh! Select and draw 1 card from the draw pile, then apply Retrieve to those cards. Is that actually better than getting Black Lumen, though? Ooh... oh, let's put it on 9. I actually want to hold on to that card, but we'll put it on 9 because I don't want it to be on Cassius whenever I build his deck. Though then again, we're going to end up in the exact same situation. I've still not gotten a single epiphany on one of his cards. Come on. Come on. We've gone how many epiphanies on everyone else? We've gone 3 epiphanies on everyone else, except Cassius. So let's try cut down some of the cards a bit. I want to get rid of Shuffle. That one's a guarantee. Then I want to get some... Wait. Oh yeah, armor. I'll get... We can add counterattack to Cassius. It doesn't really matter for now. That's... Oh wait, no. There it is. Whenever a card is exhausted. That's the... Excuse me. That's the item that I wanted. Unfortunately, can't rest. Oh, here we go.
Now it's the boss again.
We'll do Counterblade into Pierce, and then we hew all over the place. And we'll do Extreme. Yes, we'll do Hew Extreme. If you could design any one new character in terms of like gameplay, or even update a character, have a particular type of gameplay, what do you think you'd update that character or create a new gameplay style of, Mr. Blow? What do you think you'd make? Would you make like a character that is pure defense, like a defense-based attacker, or do you think you'd make something else? I think for me, I would want to update Reen's kit that the more you use her cards, her Dark Mist stance becomes stronger and stronger, so she deals more and more damage. I think that would be pretty cool, and then you cap it out at a certain amount within the turn, so that they don't end up nerfing that ability, like they had to do with Trisha, or Cassius becoming infinitely powerful. That would be pretty cool, I think. I would probably update her kit to do something like that. The more you use her Dark Mist stance, the stronger it becomes. Like, you can build up stacks until you use someone else's attack, in that case. Either that, or, I'm trying to think, how would you make her useful with another character? Let me think a little. Yeah, no worries. It just came to me because I've been thinking about what you could do to improve Reen's deck, because she's very counter-productive with other units, which makes me feel like the only way to make her better is either to make her deal the same amount of damage as 2 attacker units, or you have to adjust her deck to work together with other units. But attempting to do so means that you have to forcibly use a card that, or epiphany a card that grants her Dark Mist stance at the start of every turn, which is, it's okay, but not ideal. I don't really like that being the case, you know? If damage was not dealt to through a card by ally, 1 turn, next damage, 50%, no. I'm gonna extract these. I just need more credits so that I can re-roll and everything, and I think that's pretty good. But yeah, I would want, obviously, a new partner for Reen to make her good, and then I would probably adjust her deck a little bit so that you can, oops, I clicked out of the tab, or out of the game, trying to click confirm. But she's just not good. She's not a team player. She ends up wanting to be selfish and do all of her attacks, but that means that you lose out on Dark Mist stance. And then to have her work with others, you have to get the epiphany that gives her Dark Mist stance at the beginning of the turn. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to keep up with. Because you end up in a situation like this where I'm no longer in Dark Mist stance, therefore I can't get the extra attack off of that card. Which is unfortunate, for sure. Dark Mist Inner Arts, what does this do? Here we go, exactly what I was talking about. At the start of the turn, gain Dark Mist stance. Or, we can create 1 Dark Mist Secret Arts Annihilation and apply Ephemeral. If in a Dark Mist stance state, increase damage amounts of attack cards of this unit by 50%. They did buff this. Wasn't this originally 30%? Yeah, I remember reading some of the notes on this. Also, I'm just realizing now that I have not healed. What is that crit doing on my screen? Why is it still there? It's just floating around. What? Hello? What are you doing here? Did you guys see that? Whenever I used Cassius's ability, it was just floating around the crit number on screen? Okay. Hello? We can do triple here, then we'll do this just to move it. Yeah, filter out the deck a little bit. One of the other things is that Reen is really AP hungry, which is what makes this difficult. We can do Fighting Spirit here, and then I should have used Counterblade, and then Full House. I'll use that, and hopefully I get the draw 2 or draw 1 for each enemy hit. No, draw 2, discard 2 isn't entirely bad. I just don't know if the Divine Epiphany for dealing extra damage is actually worth it. Protection we can get rid of, and Slash we can get rid of. And then we'll do this, and gain Dark Mist stance. I do still like the way that Reen works with like having to juggle around gaining Dark Mist stance and so on. I just think... Or maybe it's because I haven't played her enough now. The reason why I say that she's not really conducive to playing her with other characters is because only her basic cards would give Dark Mist stance until they updated it. Until they updated it because, what's it called? The draw of this unit, draw the cards of this unit, it never used to give Dark Mist stance until they updated it. And then they also buffed some of her other cards to do it, so now you can actually remove her basic cards. That's why I remember leaving in the, Please, why? I just I just want the morale cards. That's why I left in some of the basic cards in that one deck, because I thought that it would actually help out, but unfortunately it did not. So, whatever. We'll see how it goes otherwise. I'm gonna see how quickly I can try wrap up this this run-in time, because I'm now realizing I'm probably gonna go overtime. Oh no. We would hate to go overtime if in Dark Mist stance, increase damage.
Don't mind if I do.
And then we can do this. And now, I mean, she's got so much crit damage already that it's kind of difficult. But, yeah, 496 or... Oh, insta-kill. Yeah. I just need something that's like slightly... Whoa! That's a gnarly crit damage there. That was like the amounts of one of her hues, one of Nine's hues. Here we go, we can do, wait, I'm not in Dark Mist stance. Gain Dark Mist stance, here we go. And we can do Shadow Dance, I think? Yeah. Unfortunately, doesn't really mesh well together with some of Cassius's stuff either. So we can Dice Trick, hopefully this is morale? No, it's not. There is no morale here. We'll do at the start of a turn, create an empowered card. And that's at least a 3 out of 4 chance to succeed in allowing me to draw a card at the beginning of a turn. So that's not bad. We did get a Divine Epiphany here. Morale Resolve. Yeah, we can do that. Is this Annihilation? Yeah, okay. We'll do this, and then we'll draw this again, and then we'll do it all over. Yes. Yes. Both of these two? Plus, all of the animations that Reen has is all really flashy. It's very pretty. No! He was so close! He was so close! Look, 339? Oh my goodness. Was just about to be wiped out. If anything as well, I think a good partner for... I don't know, they kind of do anything with the partners so far. Maybe a good partner for Reen would just be one that allows her to draw more cards or gain AP. But I don't know if that's like... I don't know if that's even conducive to her kit. Also, the arena cards make her really difficult to play because she loses... Dark Mist stance as soon as someone tries to use an arena card. Can we draw? Can we draw? Nope. Okay, we'll just add this. Fine, I guess. I just wanted to make a deck that could utilize the mythic arena equipment, sort of, or at least build for Cassius, but I couldn't do either one of those this time around. Guess instead we'll just have to focus on attempting to thin out his deck a bit more. Yeah. Oh gosh. I'm using up so much of my credits and I still don't have any one of my cards with plus morale. Here we go. Yes, there's one. But now I need both of the duplication events just so that I can get a third one. Since oh my gosh. Since I didn't get a single dice trick duplication epiphany. Which one has the least amount of enemies? I think it's this path. It does have one less shop though. So we go up and around, then here, then there. Yeah, I think that's probably the best one. So we go up in this spot. And that should be pretty good, I think. So we'll do no, Pierce, and then we'll do Hue Extreme. Because then it's vulnerable. I guess as another topic or whatever to think about, or talk about, I was watching recently, because I mentioned that I had been watching anime that got, or sorry, I'd read manga that then got anime that I had not watched as a result, because I felt to myself like, oh, well, I've already read the manga, there's no point in watching the anime. But now I'm kind of like enjoying or savoring the fact that I can now watch the animes. I've begun watching Ida 10, and that one's pretty good. Though it's kind of gruesome seeing it all animated in actuality. I was really not expecting them to be so direct with some of the animation. Few cards have combo mechanic, but it's not really used a crazy amounts of combos where he creates different types of attacks, depending on whether or not he crits. He starts slow and weak, but hit hard at the end of the turn if you make it work. Picture Goku and CZN. Does he come back from being half dead, but twice as powerful as well? You could actually make an enmity build in that case. Like, what if you had a character that becomes stronger the lower health you're at? Then you could really, like, play around with more shield-based characters to try and build up more damage. I wonder, maybe that would work? So, kind of like a combo low HP character. But yeah, I think utilizing more of the existing, what's it called? More of the existing keywords would be really nice. That would be really cool too, 1 HP strats, right? Like, you've got maybe one character that relies on using combo cards. So if you use like 2 combo cards, like an upgrade card could be, you use 2 combo cards and it draws another combo card for you to use. And then another character has something like the lower HP you're at, the more damage you deal. So you just keep doing all of these ridiculous power-ups by having one card that draws into another, that combos, and then you rely on the combo card for shield, and so on. I feel like utilizing more of existing systems is what they should be going for. Not that I don't think that they do this with some of the cards or characters already, but I think you could really make some characters take advantage of the existing systems that exist. Okay, that was redundant. I didn't need to phrase it like that, but you get what I mean. Yeah. He gets rage the lower you are. Yeah, if we're gonna go with the unique buffs, because I think nearly every character has unique buffs, like one unique buff that they create for themselves. I think in that case, yeah, he gains more damage the lower HP you are. Or you can do it for every HP you've taken, you turn that or convert that into a bonus % of damage applied to your cards. So instead of building attack on him, you build HP, and the more damage you've taken, also by virtue of his cards, like they could be something like, oh, take 10% of HP as damage, but regain 15% of HP at the end of your turn or something like that. So you use the card, go down to a really low amount of health, and then you slowly restore it back up again. But for the amount of damage that you take, you buff the amount of damage that you deal. I think that would be a really cool character concept. That would be so cool. Glorious Resistance neutral card is going to go crazy with that. What does that one do? I kind of recognize the name, but not fully. But yeah, I 100% think that would be so rad. You just have this combo enmity build. Oh man, that makes me reminds me of like some of the builds that you could have in Grand Blue Fantasy. I feel like, if anything, just making more stuff like that. Maybe I'm biased as well, but I do also want like summonables. I'm so biased towards having characters that summon things. Like maybe you have a character that can summon, I don't know, this dude that makes a shield every now and then that creates a decoy that the enemies will attack instead of you, so you don't gain stress. Or maybe you gain bonus. I don't know if that's too similar to Orlea with their creation cards, though. Each ally takes 10% of his max HP at the start of the turn, can stack 2, and you gain 1 AP at each turn too. Oh, yes. Now I know what you're talking about. The upgrade card. I remember now. Yeah, oh wow, yeah, that would go crazy. And then you could maybe slowly outpace the healing in order to get to that point. I think that would be pretty cool. Can we try get the morale on this? Now I'm praying. Please! Ooh! Maybe. Increased tenacity damage. Yeah, can do. So... Oh, I was just about to go into the store and then I clicked away. I was gonna say, maybe they introduce some more combo cards as well. I'm wondering if that becomes similar to Yuki's, though, where you want to, like, in her season, I mean, where you want to try draw into your own cards, or maybe he just has an upgrade card that, like, you use the combo cards and eventually you get it. Or maybe he has like a mailing mechanic where the more cards of this unit or combatant that you use, the more attacks he does. Then you could kind of have like a mailing combo or synergy going on. Maybe he's also a passion character. I wonder when we're going to get the next passion character and what they're going to have for their kit. Okay. We've got one epiphany that we can do here, or we can do a card duplication. Or we can do Ebony Lumen, though. Okay, I think we duplicate Dice Trick, right? Let's duplicate Dice Trick on Cassius. Please! Yes, there we go. Oops, I tabbed out. Or I clicked out. Yes, now we've got 2. And then we want to try get one of these next secret areas and then try to get Ebony Lumen. I'm so badly hoping. Pierce into... Oh, we'll do Pop-Eyed Popper here. I'm trying to think of another character concept that kind of work together, because if we think of what the characters have been like so far, they usually come in sets of 3. So they all focus around a core mechanic. So if we've got one character that does more damage on his combo moves, the lower HP he's at, maybe another one focuses on like shielding or healing the lower HP you're at. I'm not sure. Like, maybe they've got different thresholds for how their cards or abilities activate. So, say, for instance, if you're above 50% HP, maybe it gives you plus 1 AP, but if you're below 50% HP, maybe it adds plus 100% attack damage to the next card used. And then you've got a support character built around different HP thresholds. So you use the first character to bounce between different HP thresholds depending on what you need, and then you use the second character to kind of control what buffs you want to get, so you can either play more cards or draw more cards while also supporting that one low HP character. And then some of the epiphanies that you play would maybe do a combination of the two, or at least try to. That could be pretty rad, actually. Yes. Oh, and then we'll use Counterblade here. Very nice. Then for a third character, I kind of want a character that works together with items really well, but that's quite difficult. Maybe. Oh man, I thought I was going to be able to heal. Unfortunate. But yeah, that upgrade card would go so well together with them. Here's hoping I get a Lumen. Lumen, 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 Lumen. Please? No. Also, I wonder what Act 3 is going to add to the rest of this,
Yes, I would like this event to repeat, please.
I wonder what Act 3 is going to add to the rest of this Chaos manifestation. I think... Is it going to add another card duplication? I hope so. Kind of. When drawing an exhaust card through an ally ability, 80% fixed shield. That's not actually that good, because I'm not going to be using Cassius to... or anyone else to draw into Cassius's cards. I think I'm just going to go a random legendary equipment here. That's probably better? Maybe? Maybe. Increase the damage amount of attack cards with a cost of 2 or higher. Yeah, just throw that onto her. Oh, maybe I should have extracted it so that I could have more to... Unfortunately, no Dark Lumen here. Maybe I can get, like, an exhaust? Nope. Okay, fine. Maybe I can get an exhaust? Gear bag. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't cost anything, so that's okay. It has diluted the pool a little bit. Whatever, whatever. I don't think I'm going to be using this Cassius deck anyway, so... It is what it is. Here we go. We'll do the 111, Pierce, and then Hue Extreme. I don't actually want to use... Wait. We can do, experience... No. No. 203 or... Yeah, 320. Whoops. Multiplier is way higher on that one. Oh, actually, and this is maybe not specific to the set of 3 that I was thinking of, but maybe you could have a character that, depending on what elements you bring, they buff different, character combinations? Maybe? That could be, pretty cool, I think. Oh yes. No, not Lumen is in the evil company. What are you talking about, Kaya? That's not what I'm talking about, that's for sure. I'm the Joker, baby! What do I draw from this, really? I could do, Counterblade. I think Counterblade is probably the better one here. And then I can gain Morale and Resolve.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it.
And then we'll do Pierce. It's gonna attack either way, so I might as well use some of my ego points, because, man, I am not using them, like, whatsoever. We'll do 1 protection here, into a heal, into a draw. Please? We can do Dice Trick, gain Morale, yeah. Then we can do this, and then this. Oh my gosh! But imagine if this new character then, like, maybe Rita does this. Maybe we'll get, like, a special or unique case of a character where they can just, like, they have a neutral element, or you pick what element you want them to be. But, maybe depending on what the team composition looks like, if you've got one character who's Passion and one character who's Void, maybe you increase extra attack damage or something like that. Or if you're playing 2 Passion, then maybe you add 1 extra hit on basic attack cards. Something like that. I feel like that could be a pretty cool character to bring along, because it makes them really versatile in that case. Could be quite cool, actually. Though, I'm not 100% sure. I wonder what the future of the game looks like behind the scenes, you know? Oh, I should have used Dice Trick here. Is he gonna go into his invincible form? Yeah, gosh. We'll do Spirit Givox. And we'll draw into... Oh. I'm probably gonna get Hue next turn, but I kind of want it in my turn, or in my hand, or next turn anyway. Let's use this and just exhaust it, and then it's at least 1 level higher for next turn. That works too. Pew. Okay, yep, there we go. Easy peasy. Oh, and it was a crit, so it dealt 6k. Nice. Ah, okay, copy card. Can we get this on Dice Trick? Yes, we can.
Oh, yes.
Critical damage, maybe? No. What's the other one? What's the other one? Gray Orb? Damage reduction? Yeah, that's probably okay. I don't really care about stress all that much. How much is he at? 120 now. What's this gonna give him? At the end of battle? Okay. Completely useless. We'll take this one. It's got 2. Do you know the E2 upgrade of Typhira? No, I do not. But I can check it out right now, actually, since I'm at the end of this. I'm gonna wrap up as well. So perhaps we can take a look together and see how that looks. What's her E2? We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I thought it would be more difficult with Reen on the team, but actually it was pretty okay. I want to make a great build for Reen now that I've got more experience making builds and everything. Let's see. Combatants? No, Agent Collection, that's what you have to go to, right? Yeah. Okay. And then we've got Typhira, and then Manifest Ego. So the first one, change the max stack count of form upgrade for the event or horizon card from 3 to 4. Aha, okay, so we can double. When an archetype card is activated, gain that card's shape effect. When shape effects stack to 3, create one card consisting of the shape effects. Heal 150. Oh, okay. Heal 150, increase damage amount of the first hit of the next attack card by 30%, max 300. Draw one archetype card. This effect can only be activated once per turn, and the shape effect is removed at the end of the turn once it is activated. That's really crazy. That's a really, really strong card. Now imagine using that for our character to fuse the cards into combos. You would just have to... Yeah, oh gosh. You would basically just have to do the increase attack damage. I feel like that one's just going to be universally good nonetheless. So, man, Typhira is kind of nuts. I'm still waiting on Rita, but it looks like the Great Rift is going to end by the time Rita comes out, so that's got me wondering, should I? Should I, wait? Because when is Chapter 3 going to come out? Oh, it doesn't let me click. Is there even going to be an Act 3? I thought there was going to be an Act 3. I thought there was always going to be 3 acts, and that's how we got the card duplication for last season as well. Because surely I can't be stuck... Oh, yeah. We're going to have one more. Surely. And then obviously in the next character, but the Galactic Medals, I'm not too sure about. Let us see. Let us see what it says. You can check it at the end of the Act 2 on the right. Oh, okay. I clicked on the wrong spot then. Yeah, to be updated, and then we've got... I don't know how to do this, or at least not... Oh, okay, it's these ones here. No, that's the Chaos. Whoops, I want to click on Story. Yeah, here it is. Hello. Oh, but it won't let me click on that. Oh, no, here it does. Yeah, okay. The arrow. But yep. I think that's, otherwise... wraps up for today. I'm feeling a bit sleepy now, or a little bit tired with what I've done. That's gonna be it for me today. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. It was mostly just talking and making fun of some of the cards. It was kind of fun to brainstorm what a new character could look like or what the next character is going to look like, but we'll see whether or not that actually comes to fruition whatsoever. Maybe we'll see some different character improvements. I wonder when we're going to get the next balance patch, probably after the season, but I wonder if they're going to do it in the interim, aka the pre-season 3, when they're going to add the guild hall and everything too. Caffeine magic? True. I just need a little bit of caffeine magic to go with what I'm doing. But that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I won't be streaming tomorrow, so you'll be seeing me instead on Monday. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.